Two of our players have done me. You've done me in college.
RPF stands for Real People Fanfiction or Real Person Fanfiction, a subgenre of fanfiction in which writers incorporate real people, usually celebrities, into their fan works. This is common across a few fandoms. Hockey RPF is having a moment right now, but athletes in general are often subject to RPF. I'm a figure skating fan, and there is no shortage of speculative fanfiction about figure skaters. Bands are another subsection of the fandom landscape that often see RPF fanfiction written about them. K-pop boy groups in particular are subject to this in recent years, but you'll always find works about non-K-pop bands like One Direction and My Chemical Romance. Sometimes, actors do such a good job at their roles that fandoms surpass the need to write fanfiction about the characters and move on to writing fanfiction about the actors who portrayed the characters, finding love with each other through these roles. And sometimes it's a trivia game show, like Jeopardy!
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all of us, welcome to America's favorite answer and question game, Jeopardy! You know how we play it. We provide the categories and the answers, and it's then up to our contestants to give us the right question.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I like Jeopardy! A lot, and I think I am the proper person to talk about parasocialism and Jeopardy! Because I feel a little parasocial about some Jeopardy! Contestants. This here is my Amy Schneider sweatshirt that I painstakingly designed on Canva and then sent off to a print shop to put on a sweatshirt for me. Now, do I feel parasocial enough with Amy Schneider to write fan fiction about her? Probably not, but I do feel parasocial enough to wear her on my chest and also read her book. Do I also feel parasocial enough about Ken Jennings to write porn of him? No, but I am going to talk about the people who are.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
So keep watching Jeopardy! 24 hours a day and call this number. You dumb son of a bitch, you don't watch it 24 hours a day.
Jeopardy! Is a US-American trivia game show originally created in 1963 by Merv Griffin. Its initial run was from 1964 to 1975, which was followed by a revival which ran from 1978 to 1979 and was hosted by Art Fleming. The modern iteration of this show, which is familiar to audiences today, began airing in 1984 as a daily syndicated show and has continued to this day. The show's basic format pits 3 contestants against each other in 3 separate rounds: Single Jeopardy, Double Jeopardy, and Final Jeopardy. Each round gives contestants prompts as the form of an answer, and contestants compete to correctly respond to the prompts with the appropriate questions. Each of these prompts is worth a certain amount of money, and contestants compete to earn the highest amount of money by the end of the game. When contestants answer incorrectly, they lose the quantity of money that the prompt represents. The contestant who wins is deemed reigning champion and returns the next day to compete against 2 new contestants. This was an extremely basic description. If you are unfamiliar with Jeopardy! And want to know more, I recommend reading about it or watching the game.
No shit. Call now and play Phone Jeopardy!
The current iteration was originally hosted by Alex Trebek, who hosted the show from beginning in 1984 until his death in November of 2020. This 1984 premiere also introduced Johnny Gilbert as the announcer, which is a role he continues to hold today.
There'll be more Trivia with a Twist when Jeopardy! Continues.
Currently, Ken Jennings, a former contestant who still holds the record for longest winning streak on the game's history, is the host of the show. Briefly, there were a few other hosts who assisted with Jeopardy! For various specials, spin-offs, and kind of in the chaos of the immediate post-Alex Trebek era. Mike Richards, for example, hosted Jeopardy! For a grand total of a week's worth of episodes in 2021 and was quickly replaced by Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings as rotating hosts before Jennings was announced as the sole permanent host. More on this later. My wife and I watch Jeopardy every night that we can, and one evening while we were re-watching the 2023 season of Jeopardy Masters, which features players James Holzhauer, Matteo Roach, Matt Amodio, Amy Schneider, and Sam Buttrey, we remarked on how the banter between Ken Jennings and James Holzhauer would be like yaoi crack cocaine if presented in another piece of media that wasn't a literal trivia game show. Imagine, in an anime, in a sci-fi film, or a classic novel from the 1800s, or perhaps a piece of media in which people become a little too interested in the lives of the actors. Following that thread of thought, I began to wonder if there's Jeopardy fanfiction out there. And there is. And I read all of it.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
I have read every bit of Jeopardy fanfiction I could get my hands on, specifically so I could learn the general trends in the Jeopardy fanfiction community. Now, for the main part of this video, I read fanfiction that was only about Jeopardy the game show, or at least I intended to. I did let some Wheel of Fortune fanfiction slide its way in. As I will also discuss later, I also read some crossovers, aka fanfiction featuring characters from other pieces of media. I'm not that interested in how fanfiction writers incorporate the game into other universes, or like whether or not Sasuke has what it takes to destroy Naruto's 5-day winning streak. No. I want to know what is going on with works that zero in on the game show. I want to know how writers handle Ken Jennings. I want to know if people are imagining Alex Trebek making out with another man. I want to know how long these works are, and if Jeopardy writers are brave enough to break the curse of fanfiction only being written about men.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
As I was reading my fanfiction, I made an Excel sheet to track a few important aspects of every single fanfiction, such as the pairing, the rating, whether or not there was sexual content in the work, whether or not they are actually playing Jeopardy in the work. Is James Holzhauer there specifically? Now, I added this category in because I was shocked by how often this specific player appears. I also noted the length of the work, which I divided into under 1,000 words and over 1,000 words, the year of publication, the completion status of the fanfiction, where I accessed the fanfiction, and lastly, at least one thing that stood out to me about each fanfiction. And then I made some charts with the results. Before I show you these results, I want to discuss two works that I have some question marks, there's some unknowns in my charts, because for different reasons, I could not read them. One particular work was completely inaccessible. I could find that it existed at some point, but I could not find the fanfiction itself. It was originally posted on Tumblr in 2013, and I located the link on Reddit. Clicking the link shows a dead end, as the webpage has been deleted. The URL does note September 17th, 2004, which was in the midst of Ken Jennings' original winning streak on the show. What we do know about this fanfiction was that it was an erotic story about Ken Jennings and Alex Trebek, and that it involved liver spots. There is another fic that I did not complete for personal reasons. It involves a fetish that makes me nauseous. I'm sorry to the author, I'm sure it's a great fic, but personally I skimmed 2 chapters before giving up.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
let's review the statistics of the fics that I read. Please note, I am rounding all of the stats, so they are not going to add up to 100% exactly. But there were some crazy decimal points because I'm not working with that much data. General audiences make up about 38% of all the fics, followed by teen at 25% of them, not rated, and explicit at about 19% each. Do they play Jeopardy in these fanfictions? For the majority of works, the answer is no, at about 56%. 38% of fics do feature Jeopardy gameplay, and 6% is unknown. Something I want to note here is that this is very different from crossovers, which are, from what I have seen, overwhelmingly featuring actual Jeopardy gameplay. Was James Holzhauer there? James Holzhauer makes an appearance in a whopping 50% of fics. 38% do not feature any James Holzhauer, and about 13% are unknown but likely know for various reasons. For example, James Holzhauer's original Jeopardy run took place in 2019, so any fic posted before that probably doesn't have him in there, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was speculative, maybe people knew. 69% of fics are under 1,000 words in length, 25% are over 1,000 words, and 6% are unknown lengths. Was the tone of the fic? This category was particularly hard for me because some of these were very unclear, at least to me. I decided that about 38% appeared to be quite serious, 31% were definitely unserious, and another 31% were nuanced or completely unclear to me. 75% of the fics were finished at the time that I read them, 19% were unfinished, and 6% were unknown. These are the websites the fics were hosted on. I read 75% of them on Archive of Our Own, Wattpad saw 13%, and Tumblr and LiveJournal made up 6% each. 44% of the fics featured no sexual content at all. 31% featured explicit sexual content. I listed 19% as nuanced no, which meant something like there wasn't any actual sexual content on the page, but there was implied sex somewhere. 6% was unknown. 4 reasons. Now for date posted, I have a bit of a different chart. The earliest fic I was able to read, locate, and also read was posted in 2005. As you can see, there is a significant gap between 2005 and 2013, and interestingly, both of these fics feature the same pairing, Ken Jennings and Alex Trebek, and they're both explicit. Jeopardy fanfiction posting picks up pretty significantly in 2019 when James Holzhauer first appears on Jeopardy, with a whopping 3 postings in the same year, and then continues with 1 to 2 per year until 2025, which has seen 4 postings so far. I presume that you want to know about the pairings. Shockingly, at least to me, there was a fairly broad mix of ships happening here. There is no dominating ship. The closest we get is Ken Jennings and James Holzhauer, but even then, it's only 3 fics. A large chunk of fics had no discernible ships at all, and I know you may be wondering which ship was the horniest. It was Alex Trebek and Ken Jennings with a 100% explicit rate.
Yes, and I don't want you to throw your panties at me. We're gonna take a break.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
I also read a few crossovers, maybe about 25 of them. And this is not high enough of a number to give you a solid idea of the true reality of Jeopardy crossover fanfiction. These fics use the format of the Jeopardy game show to portray how the author thinks certain characters would play the game, what knowledge they would have, and how they would interact with their fellow competitors and the host. Sometimes the Jeopardy game is fully described and fleshed out, sometimes it's simply a transcript of what the Jeopardy episode would be, and sometimes it's not even a television episode at all. Sometimes it's unclear if the fic is even a televised episode of the show or just raw gameplay. Alex Trebek is usually there, but sometimes his role is filled in by another character from whatever piece of media is being explored through Jeopardy gameplay. But the thing is, while the quantity is manageable to read for shits and giggles on, say, AO3 or Wattpad, It's significantly less manageable once you throw fanfiction.net into the mix. On AO3, there's about 14 fics that I consider to be true crossovers in this style, although I tended to be unsure of where to put some of the Wheel of Fortune crossovers. On Wattpad, the usage of the word Jeopardy is really high, but this is not often in relation to Jeopardy the game show, but rather the actual definition and normal usage of the word. Double Jeopardy in particular seemed to be a common Wattpad fanfiction title, and once again, unrelated to the show. I spent some time scrolling on Wattpad, and I think I only found 2 works that I would consider to be Jeopardy crossovers. I also explored places like LiveJournal, Dreamwith, Bopping Around the Wayback Machine, and I could not locate much at all. Fanfiction.net, on the other hand? That one was interesting, because if you search Jeopardy, you'll get over 1,300 results. And yes, a lot of these are true crossovers, mostly posted between around 2004 to 2010. Some of the works I saw on fanfiction.net just have Jeopardy, the actual word, somewhere in the title and the description, but are not crossovers, so the number of crossovers on fanfiction.net is not 1,300. I would guesstimate somewhere around 1,250 or so, give or take, are actual Jeopardy crossovers. Because, listen, I made no effort to actually count and sort all of them, but I did make my guess after scrolling through many pages of results and counting how many were crossovers and how many weren't on the pages that I did explore. The vast majority of what I saw were true crossovers.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
Do you remember how I said that I wrote notes about each fanfiction I read? I used them to create a basic game of Jeopardy to torture my wife with.
Let's play a little game.
Yay! Oh, welcome to Jeopardy Fanfiction Jeopardy. Today we have one player.
Hello, my name is Lexi.
This game is the most dumbed down version of Jeopardy imaginable. There is no double Jeopardy. There are no daily doubles. There's no final Jeopardy. It's just, here we are. I don't even know if I'm gonna count how much money you have.
Oh.
Do you want me to do that?
No.
No. So, I'm gonna tell you your categories.
Mm-hmm.
Everything here is going to be about Jeopardy fanfiction that I have read, but you have not. Category 1 is the pairing. So, each prompt is going to be something I found notable about the fanfiction. In pairing, you'll have to guess the pairing.
Okay.
In rating, you'll have to guess the rating, so using the typical AO3 method of, is it gen, teen, blah, 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 blah. Year posted, you're gonna guess what year it was posted. Now, in the Is It Time to Play Jeopardy section, you're going to answer whether or not you think they actually play Jeopardy as part of this fanfiction. And in the last category, surprise, it's crossovers. You will have to guess what fandom you think is being represented in the Jeopardy crossover fic.
I'll do my best.
Alright, what category do you want to try and what number?
I will try year posted for 300.
Oh, okay. I took a pause on chapter 1 in the author notes because OP cast Brad Rutter as the announcer after the death of Johnny Gilbert. Author creates a fake future death date for him, by the way. What year was this posted?
What is 2020?
What is 2025, actually?
I thought it was gonna be related to COVID.
No. Alright, what next?
I'll take surprise crossovers for 100.
Okay. To be fair, Edward is a good opponent. Not only is he smart, but he is also great at finding ways to beat me, even if the categories turn out to be ones that are in my favor. He usually does this by betting big when he makes his wager during Final Jeopardy.
What is Twilight? Yeah!
What next?
I'll do surprise crossover for 500.
They came back from commercial and he read the screen. This 2-time Stanley Cup winner was recently traded from being royalty to being a flightless bird.
I don't know.
What is hockey RPF?
I was never gonna get that because I don't know a single thing about hockey, but
I thought the Stanley Cup might help, but no.
I don't know what that is.
In this particular one, this hockey guy is the new host of Jeopardy, and they cannot stop making fun of him for being stupid. He had some opinions about this man. What's next?
I'll do surprise crossovers for 400.
Hey, Trebek. Screw your mother, I did. Yes.
What is Star Wars?
Yeah.
That's very funny.
I need you to know that Trebek was spelled like that too in the fic.
To rhyme with Quebec.
You are correct.
I'll take Is It Time to Play Jeopardy for 200.
Author has encyclopedic knowledge of Jeopardy and uses these skills to write a speculative future. Do they play Jeopardy?
This is giving dystopian AU, so I'm gonna say no. Oh.
I'm sorry. No, this author has such encyclopedic knowledge of Jeopardy that they have created, like, multiple years worth of seasons.
You tricked me.
With OCs and everything. I'm sorry, this was a trick. What's next?
Is It Time to Play Jeopardy for 300.
Alright. Alex Trebek is Dumbledore.
Yes.
No, they don't play Jeopardy. What's next?
I'll do rating for 500.
Matt Amodio is unwittingly used as a vehicle for Ken James flirting.
I'll put it as at a solid T.
You're correct.
Yay!
Alright, what next?
Rating 200.
Alex Trebek sneaking to Ken's Econo Lodge room disguised as a pizza delivery man.
So you already spoiled this one
I know,
for
I'm
me.
sorry.
So I'm gonna say E for explicit.
It is explicit. I'm sorry, I should have remembered to not include this one, but I was so flabbergasted by this particular thing that I told her in advance. What's next?
I'll do pairing for 500.
I am a heterosexual man! He accidentally screamed out loud.
Ooh.
Okay. Unfortunately, this one's a bit of a trick question. I will be honest.
What is Ken Jennings / Lin-Manuel Miranda?
What? Well, no, it's Alex Trebek and Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I was so close.
You were actually quite close in that way. Okay, what next?
I'll do rating 400.
Rare pop culture Jeopardy fic. I don't even go here. Opie's brain should be studied.
What is Jen?
What is teen?
Okay, interesting. What was it about?
I don't think I have any other prompts having to do with this. This was the host of Pop Culture Jeopardy and Your Name.
Oh!
And you make out.
I didn't
With
know.
the host of Pop Culture Jeopardy.
I didn't even know there was a pop culture version of it.
Yes, there most certainly is.
Okay, I'll do year posted for 500.
You're posted 500. Fic ends with an earthquake that kills them all.
What is 2011?
Good guess. It is 2015.
Okay. Rating for 100.
Invoking of Ken Jennings Mormonism.
What is mature?
Ooh. It's general.
Oh. Surprise crossovers for 2.
I realized that if I had the intelligence and knowledge of just one of these contestants, I would definitely be able to take over the tri-state area. So I created this, the Jeopardy-inator.
What is Phineas and Ferb?
Yes.
Oh my god, the main ship! Surprise crossovers for 300.
So, do you guys, Angels and Demons, he trailed off, unsure what he should ask first. Fuck? Redacted asked, throwing his head back laughing. God pursed her lips, but OC could see the amusement in her all-knowing eyes.
What is good omens? Yay.
What is good omens? Redacted was Crowley.
It could only be one of two things because they said they used she, her pronouns for God, so it could have been good omens or Hamilton.
Hamilton?
You know, from the meme. The Miku binder says, I met God, she's black.
I'm sorry, I didn't make those connections. You're operating on a wavelength that I'm too sleepy to be on right now. Where to next?
Is it time to play 100?
Mm-hmm. Ken Jennings and James Holzhauer flirt embarrassingly publicly.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it time to play Jeopardy 5?
Alex Trebek threatens to put players in diapers.
You already spoiled this one for me as well, so I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. Where to next?
Year posted 400.
This one was posted on LiveJournal.
What is 2004?
What is 2005? That was good. Where to next?
Rating 300.
This is a recreation of an episode of Rugrats.
I want to say Jen, but I'm scared.
You're correct.
Okay.
It's Jen.
Okay. I don't know, there were diapers in a different fic, so you never know what these sickos are writing.
I mean, this is Jeopardy RPF Rugrats. So, like, it's a little rough. Okay, where to next?
What is it time to play 400?
Okay. This is the only fanfiction that Amy Schneider appears in. Do they play Jeopardy in it?
I would love to say yes, but I think I'm gonna say no based on misogyny. No!
No, I'm going to let you know this because I don't think it's relevant to any of the other prompts. She appears in the Rugrats fic.
Oh.
As a side character. This author just has a bunch of people from Jeopardy in the roles of the Rugrats characters. So there's like, it was mostly people who were in the Tournament of Champions, but with like high focus on James Holzhauer, Madame Odio.
Was Madame Odio in a diaper?
Well, it was Rugrats.
Oh.
And this was actually not related to the diaper one that I stopped reading because they made me too uncomfortable. That was actually a separate entire fic with like OCs. No, the Rugrats one was different.
Okay.
There's been a lot of instances of people in Jeopardy in diapers.
For better or for worse.
Okay, where to next?
Year posted 200.
Alright. This fic is literally lost media. I am losing my mind.
What is 1999?
You're not gonna like this answer. What is 2013?
Oh no.
It got nuked off of Tumblr.
Oof.
Where'd
Finish the category.
Okay. Ken Jennings and IBM Watson have a baby, and the baby is heavily implied to be James Holzhauer.
Who is IBM Watson?
A computer that Ken Jennings was forced to play against
Oh.
in like a fun special.
Oh.
What year was this posted?
What is 2025?
What is 2019? Right after James Holzhauer appeared on Jeopardy. Alright, it's only the pairing category left.
Let's do 400.
Okay. OP holds a lot of hatred for the New England Patriots football team, I think.
And I have to get the guess the pairing. Who is Ken Jennings slash what's his name? Hold on. There's a football man I know. Um, I don't know.
So you're guessing Ken Jennings and a football man.
Yes.
The answer is actually James Holzhauer and his wife.
Oh. Do you think there's people who will write RPF of us?
I hope not.
If you are watching this video and you write fic, you better be writing RPF of me and my wife. Pairing 300, please.
OP links a 2-hour movie about Jesus at the end of chapter 5, followed by an informative video about Seychelles. What pairing do you think this is for?
Well, this is really scary. Oh. Does this have anything to do with Italia?
It doesn't.
Okay.
It actually doesn't. The pairing is just fully Jeopardy-verse. No, there's no surprises in this one. It's OP did that.
So because it has Jesus, I'm gonna say Ken Jennings.
Okay. With who?
I don't know. Is this James Holzhauer?
We're locking in that answer. It's Alex Trebek and your name.
Oh!
2 options.
Do 100 first.
Shock value of Jeopardy pornographic RPF carries the entire fic. Nothing else about it is particularly notable.
Not the shock value. What could it possibly be that's like weirder than the other ones?
It was just not notable, but I think it was because the tone of it was like very unserious.
Mm-hmm.
OP was relying very heavily on the shock value of it being Jeopardy porn.
Who is Matt Amodio and himself?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not that fun. It's Ken Jennings, James Holzhauer.
Well, you don't really have to like make up anything in your mind. You just watch the show and you're like, ooh, they're doing some pornographic things on my screen.
That's
right
why
now.
it's like there's nothing notable, but OP was kind of relying on the intended shock value of the fact that they wrote Jeopardy RPF.
That's for newbies. That's the entrance level.
Well, that's why I was like, there's
Yeah.
nothing notable. There's no diapers. Alright, last one. He tugs the collar of his Frosted Flakes t-shirt. I'm sorry, I made this category really hard.
Who is Alex Trebek and Ken Jennings?
It's actually Ken Jennings and James
Oh.
Holzhauer again. You know, you actually did pretty well. I didn't keep track, but I think you would definitely be in the red. You will not make it to Final Jeopardy.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I have one Final Jeopardy for you.
Okay.
Pairing.
Everything on the line.
Everything on the line for the pairing.
Okay.
This fan fiction is literally just a recreation of My Immortal.
You told me about it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I
what
knew
it
you
is.
would be able to remember it. Who is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway? And additional points if you can guess who Miss Ebony is shipped with.
I don't know.
Who you locking in? Do 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 do. Okay, we're paring it down to who is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway in the My Immortal Jeopardy fic.
Is the person alive?
Yes,
Okay.
the fic is recent.
Oh, that could be anyone. Oh, I wrote down like, hello, I love you, my family.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that is not correct. The answer is Matamodio. And the additional points answer to it is that he is shipped with James Holzhauer.
To spice it up a little
To
bit.
spice it up a little bit. That's the one where Alex Trebek is Dumbledore. Well, thank you for playing Jeopardy! Fanfiction Jeopardy! With me. You took home nothing.
Nothing. Psychological damage.
Not as much as me who read the fics.
How big do you want to go? That's what she said.
So what does this mean? Jeopardy fanfiction exists, but is insignificant in quantity when compared to other real-person fanfiction fandoms such as K-pop boy groups, hockey, etc. Ken Jennings has caused irreversible damage to the Jeopardy fanfiction community as the person who has been shipped with the most over the course of Jeopardy history.
Tool time for 200.
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken?
What's a hoe?
No. Whoa!
Ken Jennings paved the way. There were some common themes that I noticed. James Holzhauer's appearance on Jeopardy from April to June 2019 made a significant impact, skyrocketing James to the top echelons of Jeopardy fanfic alongside Alex Trebek and Ken Jennings, the literal hosts. Regarding hosts, something I found interesting was that while Alex Trebek and Ken Jennings are practically fixtures in Jeopardy fanworks, Mayim Bialik is nowhere to be found. For those who don't know, Bialik was a guest host for spin-offs and specials on Jeopardy starting in 2021. Then it was announced that Bialik and Jennings would both be permanent hosts of Jeopardy. However, by 2023, Bialik left the show. As for Jeopardy fans, Bialik generally was not as popular as Jennings amongst fans. I had a feeling going into this that Bialik wouldn't be in a lot of fan works, but I was legitimately surprised to see that she appears in absolutely nothing. Crossovers I read, keeping in mind that I only read a handful representing a few different fandoms across a few different points of time, focused more heavily on Alex Trebek as Jeopardy host, treating him as kind of a facilitator of other characters' interactions. He was furniture in the fics, essentially. His role is that of a set piece that can actively talk back. And his personality ranged from professional to downright evil, calling like Patrick Star slurs and sexually harassing the cast of My Little Pony.
Fuck 'em.
Fanfiction about Jeopardy specifically as a piece of media with its own set of characters is a rather recent phenomenon, whereas crossovers that employ Jeopardy gameplay as a plot device tend to be older, seemingly most popular in the late 2000s. Do I recommend that you sit down and read every Jeopardy fanfiction you can find? No, don't do this. I take that back. I think everyone should read the My Immortal one. I'm going to link that in the description. I think everyone should read Matamodio My Immortal.
Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show. I was informed backstage a few minutes ago that our three contestants, Ken, Brad, and Jerome, wanted to relieve some of the tension, and they said we must do the program without trousers. Now, can we get a camera behind to make sure that they have done the same as I?
All right, here we go.